Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment with me, BringItDon. So I realized I never went back and talked to Xanthia about saving Thorpe, and I wonder if she has anything to say about it. You see Xanthia, she gives you a look filled with hatred. You warned the brute, didn't you? Yes, I did what I felt was right. She nods her head slowly. I will not forget this insult. Good day to you. She turns and leaves. Leave. Okay. I also explored some of my companion's dialogue off camera, and there's a few things I haven't talked about. Anna, do you know how Farad died? She shakes her head. I don't know. Or I don't. No one with half a mind would. Farad got along Shadow, he does. You cross him and you end up getting the stick, you will. Yeah, you don't have to accompany me anymore, Anna. If you need to stay with the buried village, Nay, Anna interrupts you. I don't need to be in the village, and I was wondering what I'd do if Farad got penned in the dead book I was. She snorts. Oh well, he's probably mounting someone's wall in the hells, he is. But he's your father, don't you? Not me, real da, he wasn't. Her eyes take on a hard look. He was greedy, and he was stupid, and he was selfish, and he was weak. She frowns. And now he's dead, and that's all. Okay, let's move on then. And then Mort.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
I could use some advice. What do you think we should do next? Well, here's how I see things. Go on. Looks like we need to find out more about this Night Hag Ravel. And I have more to tell you, Chief. I'm not looking forward to that. The Festal sages and some of the sensory stones might be able to tell us something, though. Festal, sensory stones.
Updated my journal.
Sorry, Chief. I keep forgetting you have all the knowing of a green prime. Look, the Festal is the main kip of the Sensate faction in the Clerk's Ward. They have libraries of sensory stones that store experiences, and they have plenty of sages, lecturers, and trainers that might be able to tumble us onto the dark of what's up with Ravel. Okay. And that'll lead us into, or to the right direction, or in the right direction. And we need to talk to Sebastian for Dimtree. Sebastian smiles at you. Good day, Cutter. How may I help you? Actually, I want to talk to you about Dimtree. He stares at you for a moment, then sighs. What about Dimtree, Cutter? I just wanted to compliment you on a job well done. He wants to be released from his curse. He gives you a surprised look and then waves you off. I find that hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. He frowns for a moment. Did that idiot Hammerus put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hammerus doesn't know Dimtree is a zombie, let alone who created him, right? He sighs and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hammerus could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So will you release him? He looks at you for a moment with conflicting emotions crossing his face. He sighs and throws his arms up in exasperation. I cannot, sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled a contract by creating Dimtree, and I cannot break it, right or wrong. I'm a man of my word. My reputation demands it. I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could I release him instead? That'd be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book which he sets down in front of you. First, you'd have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Go on. Last, you'd have to touch Dimtree just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. He turns back on you and rummages through another box. I couldn't allow you to read that book, however. It'd be tantamount to my breaking my word through the actions of another. He continues poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book and leave.
Updated my journal.
Okay. And let's go save Dimtree.
I'm gone.
From his sour existence. And then we're going to go to the Foundry and talk to the Godsmen.
I'm gone.
Dimtree turns to face you slightly as you approach. You can feel a sense of expectation in the air about him. You find Master? Dimtree release? Yes, Dimtree. I know how to release you now. Dimtree turns to face you and gestures toward you. Please, friend. I speak the words Sebastian did not teach me. You pause to gather your thoughts, and then carefully speak the words Sebastian did not teach me. You then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well, Dimtree.
Updated my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you hear a fleeting thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground. Well, hello there. In the market for a coffin yet? He smiles amiably. He nods at you. Ask away. He gives you a broad smile. Oh, nope. Alright. So I'll return to Sebastian.
Done.
Hammers doesn't care that a zombie just collapsed in his floor. Alright.
I'm gone.
Am I not allowed in here?
Aye. Might as well. Stop staring at my tail, you skull.
Then I talk to the guard through the gate. Oh, here we go. You see a burly, bored-looking guard. State your business, please. Yeah, I'm just looking around. And I'm certain you won't mind just passing along. May I come in? Not until you can demonstrate that you have business here, sir. A lot more questions. Who are you? I'm a guard of the Believers of the Source, sir. Believers of the Source? Yes, sir. Godsmen were called. Why? We're one of the 15 recognized factions of Sigil, sir. We believe that every being has within it the spark of divinity, neither good nor evil, necessarily, but potential to be divine. Beyond divinity, it's a game that I'm going to play on my channel at some point. We believe there lies something greater. We believe all life has a purpose and a goal, and we are devoted to understanding what these goals are. We strive toward greatness with every step in our lives. Sounds important. We believe it is, sir. Can I help you with something else? More questions. What are you doing? Guarding the gate, sir. Right, I have more questions. What is this place? You are in front of the Great Foundry, home to the Believers of the Source. And what is the Great Foundry? Aside from being home to the Believers of the Source, it is also one of the largest foundries known to mortal existence. Much traffic passes through these gates. We take orders from all across the plains. Currently, we are not accepting any further orders, as most of our craftsmen are either working on a new project or are commissioned for the next several months on smaller orders. What this means in practical terms is that you're not getting in unless you have a receipt for work to pick up or have urgent business inside. Do I have a receipt? I do have a receipt. Yes, sir. May we see your receipt? I'm sure I had it on me. Yes, sir. I'm sure you did. However, until you can produce evidence that you have business here, I'm afraid we cannot offer admittance. I do have... There we go. I have a message for Keldor from Giltspur the Auctioneer. Thank you, sir. You'll find him in the Great Godsman Hall. He opens the gate for you. Well, I'm glad I picked up that quest, because now I can... go in here. Alright, in we go. To the Foundry.
I'm gone.
Where does that take me? To the Godsman Hall. At least to Teal. Building. Well, let's start with building here. You see a slab-stomached man with thick arms and a scraggly beard. He smells as if he hasn't washed in ages, and his breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff on the ear to one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt. What do you want? I had some questions. You want answers? Like what? Who are you? Theoden the Grey, supervisor for this yard. My job is to make sure my laborers get their jobs done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is, the little sods. They manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. Ask anyone. Why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from those blasted furnaces. It's a nickname my laborers have given me, out of affection, no doubt. No doubt, they seem to respect your gentle soul. Are you suggesting that I'm not entirely fair to my workers? Because I am. I'm like a father to them. I'm just suggesting you might be a little too fair, if you know what I mean. You really think so? You saying I'd better think about how I treat them? Well, I will. Chances are good I'll keep doing it the way I have been, too. Now get out of here. Just answer some questions for me. Uh-oh. He bellows for the guards. Guards, get this sorry carcass out of my sight and make him stay gone. Very well then, farewell. Alright, I'm gonna reload because I want to talk to him. Where's my quick save at? Back at it.
Right.
I don't want to make him mad, I just want to speak to him. Which I guess it won't matter if I can make him mad to the point where he doesn't talk to me, he's not important anyway. I'm gonna try it again though. Building.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me feebly. Or hug me.
Or they call you the Grey. Yeah, sure, that must be it. What's that supposed to mean? It means that I'm agreeing with you. Well, good. The multiverse would be a better place if everyone did. Now I have to get back to work. More questions. Tell me about the Godsmen. There we go. They took me in and trained me to be what I am today, and I got to thank them for that. They took my raw talent and shaped it into skill. I tell you, I'm a favorite of the Factals, and someday he'll show everyone just how important I am to this organization. They tell me that everyone has godliness in them. It's true for me. I think I'm closer than most folks, to tell the truth. It gives me the right to act like a god, and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I'm learning to take power and move mountains with belief in myself. When I rule the cosmos, you can bet I'll remember every one of the Burks who stood in my way. Okay, I don't like this guy. I liked him when he was mad at me. So I need to use the forge. Can you give me some ore? He looks you up and down carefully, considering, and says, "You want to be a smith, huh? Can't say the fire would do much to skin like that. Take it then, and don't get in the way of my workers. Good day, sir." Can you just give me... iron ore. Okay. There we go, my inventory is full. Where is what's-her-face? Listen to him, there she is. You see a short woman with slight horns on her forehead and ears that curve sharply back on her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the foundry's fires. Greetings. What can I do for you? I'm looking for the way out. Look back that way. See the long tunnel there? Simply walk through it and you'll find yourself at the main gate. Thank you.
I'm gone.
I was lying. I don't want to find the way out. You again. What do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we're on a schedule here. I have some questions for you. I need to get into that guarded room back there. What? I need to use the forge. Certainly. Just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongs, hammer, and of course your iron ore. Where would I get those items? If you can't find them lying around somewhere, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk. For a nominal price, of course. Okay. I'd like a tour. Ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better. Sadly, right now, we're a little busy. Come back in a year or so, and I'll be happy to provide one. What's going on? We've taken a huge and very, very secret contract. One that is taking up practically all our resources. We maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items for our other orders. Right now, the Foundry is devoted to fulfilling our contract. Don't bother asking about it, because I won't tell you. You seem very firm about this. Very well. I had other questions. Who are you? I am Alyssa Teal, supervisor for this area being the main Foundry area of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The Foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on, and we've been sworn to secrecy, so most of the area is off limits. My apologies. I understand. I had some other questions. What's going on here? Alright, we've already talked about that. What exactly do the Godsmen stand for? This is both a communal and individual faction, and there are variations on the theme depending on whom one speaks with, but the basic gist of it is that life, nay, all existence itself, is a test of sorts. All things that arise test us, and how we react determines how we move closer to the true understanding of everything. We seek the truth behind the multiverse, and it's apparent to us that ours is the right way. And how do I join? Go speak to Keldor of Durian in the meeting hall, through the door on the right wall. Okay. I'm looking for the pickup office. I have an item waiting for me. It's that office with the desk. He should be sitting right behind it. Okay.
Done.
So where does this take me? Godsmen Armory. Sure they won't let me in there yet.
Done.
Sarosa. You see a young woman. As you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining your eye color. The game seems to penetrate far deeper than that. Greetings, stranger. How goes your day? Well enough. I would like you to answer some questions for me. What answers do you seek, half-man? Why do you call me half-man?
Updated my journal.
I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit. All the mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but half a man. What the other half is, I cannot say. I see. Then answer some other questions for me. Who are you? I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandoz, one of the factors of the Godsmen. Can you answer some questions for me? Tell me of your family. My brother Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the believers of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry, and into realms most mortals never can dream of achieving. Tell me more of your brother. Saros is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He's eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of the aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsmen, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil. Why are they the most immature? Why are they the most immature? Because like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You are in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief, not mere physicality can match it. Okay. Isn't there another one I could ask? Okay, no. Alright, so I can go up to the other floor. Where does this take me? Can I go this? There's Keldor. I want to avoid... Oh, there's Saros. I'll go talk to Saros next. I'm going to avoid talking to Keldor for right now. You see a sandy-haired youth. He's on the cusp between adolescence and adulthood, and from his eyes, it looks like he's trying to be as adult as possible without having the slightest idea how. In other words, he seems innocent. Hey stranger, what can I do for you? You could answer a few questions for me. Ask whatever you want. Tell me about yourself. Me? I'm Saros. I grew up around here. Got to run through the Foundry, playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here except for Thilden. He keeps saying I'm not raised right, that my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Thilden's the biggest sod I ever met. Yeah, he's a punk. There's someone up there. Tell me about the Great Foundry. I grew up here. I played in the main Foundry area and ran through the barracks. It stinks and it's loud, and people can be like Thilden, but it's still home for me. Tell me about the people here. They're smiths and workers. I think they mean well, but they're all so earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up a bit. Like, say, the sensates. You like the sensates, huh? They know how to live life. They know what it's all about. I like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't see it. My sister says life is more than our senses show, but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. And who's your sister? Sarosa? She can look at someone and see what what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was born. She was a born Godsman. There we go. Okay. Let's go up there and talk to Bed-Eye Lynn.
I'm gone. Done.
Hello.
I'm gone. All right.
Probably nothing gonna be in here either, but I'm gonna check. I never saw the clerk. They said it was behind a desk.
All right.
I probably missed it in the main room there,
Done.
where we talked to Alyssa. Because I don't think somebody back here.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Hi, Bed-Eye Lynn. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" Yes, I had some questions. What do you want? Tell me about the Great Foundry. She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry, and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give one that's any different? Ask another question. Tell me of the project you're working on. Tell you about the project we've sworn our lives to complete and defend? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful, and it'll be worth the effort we've put into it. Tell me of some of the other people here. The other people here? Well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Neil Xander, the Githzerai outcast woman, Kellara, Theoden the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Keldor the Factor, Sandos the Factor, the two children of Sandos, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me by at one point or another, and frankly I haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me or they don't, and that's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. I'm rather devoted to my work. Alright, other questions? Who are you? My name is Bed-Eye Lynn. I'm a magical engineer. Not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for others such weapons of war again. Okay.
All right.
So she doesn't like the project they're working on, so she might tell me about it at some point? But not now. Alright, let's see if we can get back here. Oh, there's Neil Xander. Where's this take us? To the Factor's room. You see a bushy-haired man clad in the height of fashion, if you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago. His clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seems to affect a disdainful manner toward those around him. Or that might be his actual manner. He doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him, and then his eyes begin searching your face carefully. Do you want something? Who are you? I'm Neil Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander, engineer, dreamer, creator. And I have finished his work, the work that you commissioned, the Dream Builder. Are you ready to claim the use of it now? A Dream Builder, what's that? It is both machine and ritual. It is a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enter its confines. It is built for you, and it's waiting for you. Are you ready to finish it off? It's been waiting for you for decades. How do you know it was built for me? Because my great-grandfather Zeno Xander set your face in stone so that we would know when you returned for the work you commissioned. He always thought you'd return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family completed it because we said we would, and now here you are. Do you still have this stone? No, it was stolen from me a year ago. I only saw a shadow flitting away. It was the only item taken from my home. I have no idea who'd take it, but I memorized the features. Alright, let's finish the Dream Builder. What I need to begin the final stages of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in your blood, so the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. It must be a blue-green bottle to symbolize the dream sea on which you will float. Flesh and blood, I've given enough of that lately. Flesh, blood, bottle, right, I'll be back. Answer a question for me first. Alright, flesh, blood, bottle, I'll be right back. Alright, well, we'll deal with that later. Can I go to the factory's room?
All right.
I could try.
Aye?
Oh yeah, it's useless because... There we go. Anyway, let's
Why not? Left the shadows.
Does she leave the shadows?
Left the shadows.
I come over here and try it again.
Shadow I am.
All
Alright,
right.
that's not gonna work. Let's get out of here.
I'm gone.
So I need to find a bottle. So I may dream again. Fetch a vial of skin and blood. I guess I just go to the marketplace, right?
All right.
Alright, let's talk to Keldor. See what he's about. And then, that might be it for this episode. I'll try and find the clerk as well. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you this fine day? I'd like to ask you a few questions. What did you want to know? Who are you? He smiles broadly. My friend, I am Keldor of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsmen, and nominally in charge of this place while our true high-ups are gone in conclave. What can you tell me about this place? This is the Great Foundry, home of the believers of the Source, also known as the Godsmen. Here we make items that ship all over the plains. We're renowned in many worlds. Only the best work here. It's said that we've got a staff of smiths that rival those in Mount Langeddon itself. Personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close. Can you take on additional work? Sadly, friend, we cannot. We're engaged in a long-term contract right now that's taking up most of our resources. Perhaps when we finish, in a matter of years. He shrugs. My apologies. Tell me more about your faction. How do I join? A sly smile creeps across his face. Well, first you have to renounce your Dustman membership. Very well, I renounce them. What do I have to do? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you're capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron, that you're capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential actual. Talk to Alyssa, the foundry supervisor in the main foundry, to see how it all works.
Updated my journal.
And... I'm gonna ask some questions about the forge. Alright, never mind. I'd like to see the secret project if I could. He smiles. Friend, I can't give that to you until you have proved yourself a friend of the Godsmen. Okay. I have a message for you from Giltspur the auctioneer. A message, yeah? He takes the note from you. Very well. You can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else you wanted? No. More questions. Okay.
All right.
So back out this way. I'm gonna try to go in this big door. She said there was a desk somewhere in here, right? There's a clerk I could buy the stuff I needed. Oh. There's another door over there. Can I key to that one. Alright, so where is the, Oh, there it is. You see a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow. I suppose it's possible. I never forget a face. It'll come to me. It's a Baitor with it. Do you remember where? It's important to me. Not so fast, lad. It takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time, and it ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's some you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter, "Tell me about it, lad." Let's see. Then can you tell me who you are? Me? I'm Nadalin, Godsmen fighter extraordinaire. He sighs. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the Foundry, reading the Soudier and hastening my dying day along. Jeez. That's a pity. Other questions? Alright, you mentioned you haven't seen me before. Do you remember where? Alright. Let's see, I'm here to pick up an item. Alright, I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge. You want to be a smith now, lad? Very well. You'll need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 copper. I'll just give him the 50. Don't forget to pick up some ore from Thoden if you're wanting to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from. Thanks, and farewell. Alright, let's see, anything else I can ask? No, I just want to see your smiling face. Bless you, son. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some windows to look out. Alright.
Done.
I'll see about using this forge to make something, if I can. Okay. You step up to the forge, the heat is incredible. What do? Use the forge. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you're able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes. What would you like to do first? Uh-oh. Place the ore on the anvil and hammer away. That's not how that works. Alright, let's step back, let's quick save, then jump back into it. Okay, so... yeah, pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. Right? The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore in the forge and work it into shape. What would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous. A stiletto. A stiletto. A quick, easy weapon, one that will get you away from this inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? Yes. Now that is a nice piece of work. I like how the forge is telling me this. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. This thing will serve me well. Kodo will certainly be impressed by this. Time to get out of the flames. Okay. I wonder if there's other stuff I can craft here later. Kinda want to go turn in this quest to Guildspur real quick, and then we'll call it an episode. Because I don't think that it will take long. Alright, the message is delivered. That was certainly speedy, wasn't it? My thanks, friend. One more task for you, for the princely sum of 200 coins. Just take this handbill down to Barkus the Smoldering Corpse, and ask him to post it somewhere. He's an old friend, so he'll be glad to see it.
Updated my journal.
Okay,
Gone.
so we have another quest. We'll probably take care of that next episode then. And actually, let's kill this Abishai real quick since we're here.
I shall serve.
What's up? Got a perfectly good waist of arms and legs.
Knowing
There
the
we go.
teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
But why are they hostile?
All right.
Yeah, why are they hostile? That's weird. Alright, well, we'll call the episode here, and in the next one we will,
I will hear you.
hold on, he
My
leveled up.
blade has changed.
Ooh, 6 hit points. And his weapon has changed. Oh, let's look at that real quick. And then we'll call it an episode. I keep postponing it, but Streaming Blade. 3 to 12 slashing, +2. +4 to armor class, so wow, -8. Doubles all first level mage spells. Memorize 1 additional second level mage spell. Neato. Alright, so his blade has become a brilliant silver. It seems as if the blade has become longer than when you first saw it, and there is no trace of the strange shimmering surface it once had. The edge of the blade tapers almost to a paper-thin line, despite its flimsy appearance. It looks like it could cut through chain armor with ease. Neat. Alright, well, regardless, calling the episode here, and in the next one we will, not attack them. We'll go to the Smoldering Corpse bar, take care of that quest, and we'll come and, try and join the Godsmen faction. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all in the next episode.